So before I had my son, I taught in the classroom. And my favorite subject to teach has always been math. And it's not that the other subjects aren't important or aren't meaningful or aren't even exciting. It's just that math is so much fun. It's so many things you can do. And I love to, just bring in manipulatives. I want kids to really understand what they're doing. Well, fast forward, have my son. And now I'm looking for ways to make sure I'm still challenging him and letting him build upon things that he knows. Well, he's 3.5, and what we noticed is he understood how to count, and he was counting beyond 10 and all of that. And so I wanted to help him understand the tens, right? To understand from going, as he's counting, he counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then he does those tens and then those end in 20. And then the 20s, they all end in 30 and so forth. So I wanted him to understand the next 10 each time. And so we found similar, some activities like this. And so it's like a little number board, and they have these number tiles, and they can put the number tiles on here and sequentially build things. Now there's different ones. We got ones that were actually color coordinated. So for the first set of 10 numbers, they are all red tiles. From 11 through 20, they're all purple tiles, and you can see how everything is color coordinated. And what was really exciting about this is I noticed, first off, my son loved it as soon as he got it. He was obsessed with finishing it. And I didn't know if he was gonna have the stamina to sit through it, because it took some time at the beginning. But now he's a pro, and I've modeled with him how we can group the numbers by color, and so now I'll see him when he gets ready to take on this big task of putting all 100 tiles in order. He first sorts his red tiles, and he gets his purple tiles, and then he gets these other tiles together. So I love, I can model something for him, and then he can actually use that same skill. And then the other thing, today I was with him, and there's times when we focus on the tens, and so I'll say, okay, let's count by tens, and we have some songs we use from YouTube to count by tens. But then today I said, okay, now I want all the numbers with 8s in them. Okay. And what was really exciting is I actually didn't have anything. My board was blank, but I did have this colored one. And so I modeled putting 2 numbers on here. We'll just say I put 8 and a 28 on here. Okay. And I made sure that they went to where the 8 would be if the rest of the numbers were here, and where the 28 would be. And then I had him place the other numbers on here. And to my surprise and delight, he also realized they are going to go in this column. And he understood, even though I didn't have everything down, he knew where the 58 would be, and where the 48 was. And so I just want to say, these are things that you can get to build number sense with your child. My son's 3.5. I would totally have a 5-year-old using this and a 6-year-old using this. Probably not 2, because the pieces are smaller. If you can get a bigger set, great. Probably not on Amazon for $10 or less. But I just love that this one was color coordinated. And then let me show you these other tasks. Look at this card. We were working on this card today. Now this was a little bit challenging, and I don't have him. Okay, so what they're supposed to be able to do is there's a number that's being covered up by one of these sea animals. They need to figure out what this number is. Again, I'm building number sense, okay? And in theory, you can put these things down here. I didn't need him to put it down here because I wanted him to know there's a number that goes here. And I was trying to help him get the idea of how to achieve that answer, right? So anyway, this is fabulous. Now look at this other side. Now I tried doing this with him shortly after we got this set, probably a little too early. so this is the next day, the next time we do a number activity, I'm probably going to pull these out. And I love it because, look, this is a blank window. Then the next window is 4 and 5. Okay, it's not necessarily, well, it actually kind of is a pattern in this house because you have the 3s, the 4s, and the 5s. Like, I'll probably see if he can notice that. He's probably not going to notice it right away. But what I was going to say is going from here to here, he may not necessarily make the connection, right? Because here we have the 6s, the 7s, the 8s, and the 9s. But this one is challenging, right? And it's possible to do it, but it's building on that number sense. Can we count on? Can we count backwards? And so this really ties in well to the book that I read earlier, which was The Long, Long Line, because if you notice in this book, we were counting backwards from 50, okay? And it would be wonderful if, as you read this book to your child, it would be wonderful to see, did they notice that we were counting backwards from 50? Did they notice that? I know for my son, I think he started getting it by the time we got to the teens. I don't know. I know it was a lot that he was taking in because we read it just the one time. But I don't know if he noticed it right away. But it would be cool for them to pick up those things. And so anyway, just wanted to give this recommendation because I know it's, to me, important, even at the house, to have meaningful toys, educational toys, and then toys that are open that allow you to have different ways to interact with them. So I hope this was helpful. Until we see each other again, take care. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more meaningful math moments at home with Mrs. Dixon.